Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and it's another LOTRO guide. And today, my friends, we're going to be talking about navigating Middle-earth in the Lord of the Rings online MMO. So, I had a nice little request, a couple comments where people were like, I just need help navigating through the questing and through the world of Middle-earth. So, I'm going to give you a couple hints and a couple things to help you guys think about this stuff. So, if you do enjoy this, I do earn it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and welcome to Voice of the Rings. Alright, so, the first thing I want to talk about is the map, right? The map is really important. Click M, opens your map, all right? It'll open it immediately to where you are, right? I have a video on maps, but let's just talk about it real quick. Opens to where you are, right? There's one important thing you need to know about the map. This is called your quest tracker, all right? This thing, which if it's not there, you probably have this unchecked right here, okay? And you can recheck this, all right? So you can recheck that to move around. Now, another interesting thing is, when I move my mouse around, this is very important. Do you see this number at the bottom here? The coordinates, 29.6 south by 10. It's changing while I move my mouse, see? Right here, this coordinates thing. Wherever I move my mouse on this map, it'll actually show those locations of that coordinates. It doesn't do it on this bigger map, but if I zoom back in on the Shire, for example, look, you see I can actually hover this and it will show the coordinates of wherever a location is. This is very handy if you want to find something in Middle-earth. You need to use the LOTRO wiki, which I will leave a link down in the description for you, because you can search things and they will have a map and they will show the exact coordinates of a certain location, right? Now, another thing is good to know about the map, which again, you can go watch my video on maps. This is all going to be a map about the map. But if you go up here and go to filters, you can actually turn things off and on. I'm just gonna select all, so then it'll actually show you all these different locations. Again, if you want to know what all these are, go watch my map video, because I don't want to make this video turn into too many subjects at once. But another very important thing about navigating Middle-earth are stable masters, okay guys? So you can get to stable masters through the map right here. Click this stable masters and it'll open this up. If you want to find this another way, you can literally just go down here to the little arrow down at the bottom and go to collections. Yep, it's under collections, and then it's the bottom tab here. These are your fun things. These are other things. You don't need to worry about these emotes and stuff. We can do another video on that entirely. But this right here, now this certain character, all of these dots, I'm going to open this to make it really big, okay? So here is Middle-earth, this stable map. This is great when they add this. Up here at the top, it tells you basically all the ones you know, right? So 58 out of 233, right? Different stable places I know on the map. And then we also have, and then it shows you all these ones that are empty, or I do not know them yet. Remember how I tell you in a lot of my episodes that when you're requesting, click the stable master when you walk by, because you won't learn him and it'll be really annoying later because you have to go back and find him. Or if you want to travel to another one, you can pay a mithril coin, but that's kind of like a real money conversion currency for this game. So you really don't want to waste your mithril coins on that. So it seems it's kind of a waste of money, but if you have any. But again, as you can see, I have all the Ered Luwin, and if you hover them, they'll say where. Noglod, Gondamin, all the ones I have. I don't have any in the Yonder Shire yet because it's the new region, right, that came out. Hobbiton, Stock. So anyway, it's really nice to have all this, right? Knowing this stuff. This is Moria. They showed a little Moria one here. Overwatch. That's why it's separate, because it wouldn't have fit in the middle here. See, they kind of popped it out for you so you can see it because it's such a big location in the underground. But again, this character doesn't have very many on him, right? As you can see, if I showed you this on Zollin, these would almost all be gold dots. I'd almost know them all, right? My main character, because I've been almost everywhere in Middle-earth. So again, really good to be able to navigate in that way, all right? So now the next thing for navigation is, we need to talk about this mini map up here, okay? So I need to blow something up so you can see it here. Sorry, should have done that ahead. Okay, but there's the mini-map. See this mini-map up here? In fact, I'm going to make it even bigger. I'm going to make this thing so you guys can all see this while I talk about it. Where is it's called the radar. They call it the radar in this game. I like to call it the mini-map. I did a video on it. You can go watch that video too if you'd like, but we're going to talk about it right now. So as you can see the world there, right? Up in the corner. You can blow this thing up if you want. Travels around. Again, you can actually right-click on this thing and say filters and change what's shown on the map. I just leave everything selected. But again, you can travel around and actually see where you're going. Now, here's the big thing. See this thing right here, guys? Right here? You see this? The coordinates tracker. You know, I was showing you on the map, you can hold your mouse over anywhere and it'll show you where that coordinates is. Well, while you're walking, this changes. It's where your character is standing in Middle-earth, okay? This is really important if you're trying to find a location, right, in Middle-earth. So it's really, really important, right? because when you have coordinates from the wiki page, or you just have sometimes quests will say certain things. Quests don't usually give you coordinates, so again, if you can't find someone, you can go on the wiki page, type in that exact prologue to the avert a war quest, and it'll tell you the coordinates of what NPC you are on and what this says. You will go, oh, these are the different steps of that quest. You're on talk to Langlass and rescue this person. Go talk to him, right? So I'm going to show you how do we get to Langlass, okay? So again, here's the Horse Master. This is what it looks like. The only other kind of stable master to navigate in Middle Earth will be the new thing called a Dock Master, I believe, which is only in Edmonton, I think, and maybe Dock Master, which basically I think you automatically know them. You don't have to click on these because they want to make it easier to travel around this giant lake, which is gorgeous. One of my favorite places in Middle Earth, but it is annoying way to swim across the lake for 20 minutes of real time. And then I'm not sure if there's any dock masters in Gondor. There might be. I think it's mostly just in Edmonton. So anyway, clicking on the Horse Master. This is the tricky thing with navigation a little bit. They will tell you the locations, right? So it will say I know all the locations to this area. So there's two different kinds of travel. There's swift travel, which just means you load, you're instantly there. And then there is travel that just to a normal location, and you're traveling on the way and you can see everything go by. It's great for sightseeing and having fun. And also you can dismount when you are traveling like that. So if there is something, for example, now let's go into the map and I want to do chapter 6, right? So I want to do the prologue. So I'm going to hover the prologue, and if you see you see that right there, but by that horse, it's glowing right there. So that's where I have to go. Okay, where am I? Oh, I'm this red thing down here, right? Okay. Again, I know this is really simple, but this is for everyone that's new who really needed this, okay? So I need to head up that road. I could just walk up that road, right? Travel up that road to it. Or he has a stable master there next to him. So I'm gonna hover it. What is the stable master? Thrashy's Lodge. Oh, okay, I can go to Thrashy's Lodge. So I'm gonna take a horse to Thrashy's Lodge. If it's interestingly enough, they don't actually have a horse at Thrashy's Lodge here. Interesting. But I could take one to Dunland. So I'm going to take a horse to Dunland, which is on the way. Dunland is here, see? It's halfway. So I'll take a horse to Dunland. Travel. Here's the mithril coin. You will always be able to use a mithril coin to a location, even if it's blocked out with like a yellowish tint and says you haven't learned that location yet. And then you can use that and get there and click it and learn it. But I'd recommend not just walking there first. Don't waste your stuff, and I'm going to use 80 copper. Now, if you're wondering, why does yours look cheaper, right? Why does yours look... Why, mine's a silver to travel. Why is yours 80 copper? I'm pretty sure I have a discount. I got a special like deed or something for completing something, and I get a discount with the horse people in this area. Area of the Wind. All right. So again, as you can see, this giant mini map radar we have blown up ridiculously big right now. As you can see, the number is changing here as we go, right? And again, I don't have my hands on the keyboard. This is an automated ride. The stable masters are always automated. When you have your own horse and mount, you have to click mount up, right? Walk normal with W, ES, the keys on the keyboard, right? If you're using a keyboard. Again, this game in the future, they are going to, they might already have it out. I actually don't know this off the top of my head. They might already have it out by the time you're watching this video, at least. They're going to be doing a console version of the game too, so you might not be using a keyboard. But if you're watching this later, but this should all still work the same with the map. It should all be the same for you guys. So as you can see, I'm following this road. If I click M, you can also see me traveling on the road right here. Slowly see me traveling. There we go. So again, using this is awesome, especially for deeds. I just did a video on deeds. You can go check that out about doing deeds, but you can also add deeds to your tracker. So if you open your tracker log, you could say add to tracker. So for example, if I want to go to Eriador and I want to go to, if I want to track it as I'm going, I can say, I want to kill Dourhands, right? Add to tracker, right? So again, it's not going to show me, I was talking about this in the deed video, where deeds are. That's kind of hard. It doesn't show you with the special tracker, but I do have the Bane deed now on, right? The Betrayer's Bane. And basically, look for on the Wikipedia a good area to kill Dourhands. Again, I'll tell you right now, there's a good area up here, right here. Okay, there's Dourhands up here, and there's also some Dourhands up in this place. But mainly, the best area to fight Dourhands are right over here, this spot right here. But you can go and farm them, or they're also down here in this port. Anyway, sidetracked. But anyway, if you're doing the deed, it'll tell you, oh, here's a good area on the Wikipedia page, and then you can use your little mouse and you can hover and go, or you can either find it with one of the flags and go, oh, it's at the Spire of Keldil, right? That's where I'm gonna go, right? Because you already know it. But that flag won't be there, you haven't already been there before. right? Those flags appear later once you've learned a location, but it will still say Keladol, right? And the wiki page will show you a little area. And then of course you can just hover your mouse. And again, look in the bottom left. See down there in the bottom left? See where it's saying? So if I hover that, it says, oh, it's 21.4 south by 91.8 west, right? Oh, and that's what that's really close to what it says on the wiki page. So that must be the area, right? Okay, you get it. Moving on, so that's a little thing about deeds there. Now we're gonna go here.
Greetings to you.
Here's the example I want to show you. Buckland. See how it says, I've never been to Buckland. And with this character yet, I've never clicked on the Stable Master in Buckland. So I could pay 4 silver normally, but I can't because I haven't traveled there yet, and I've never clicked that Stable Master. So I could use a Mithril coin to get there fast, but I'm not going to do that because that's a waste. Because I could also do something else. I could go, well, what's close to Buckland, right? I could go, I'll go to Michael Delvig fast travel, and then I'll walk across the Shire to Buckland, right? Or if you have Breland, which I'm not, but I'm gonna go. Oh, there's Thrashy's Lodge. Remember, we had to go to Thrashy's Lodge. So see, I'm navigating, right? We're navigating. That's the whole point of this video. Navigating Middle Earth. Okay. So again, this is really important. See how there's a ring here on the map, and also if you notice, this ring right here with the arrow. Oh, see how it changed? Went to that one. It will always point to the closest quest on this little mini radar that you have here hooked on your thing. Remember, it has to be on your tracker. It can't just be in your quest log. And that's different than deeds, right? We talked, deeds was a separate thing I was talking about just a second ago. We're talking about quests. Quests are different than deeds. Deeds or quests are different, right? So whatever quest you have on here will always be tracked. So right now it's telling me, oh, prologue to avert war. And see, if you hover it, it actually shows the distance. If you notice real small right there, it's counting 230 meters, 225 meters. We're on a horse, it's going really fast, right? So that's another way to see distances of things, right? So it's showing you the distance of something. And then these other things are locations, right? Like this one says Gondamin is that distance away. So these arrows are like main cities. So Dunland is that way, right? So those are other ways to help navigate with the radar. Again, I feel like the most efficient way to navigate is just to hit M, look which way your arrow is pointing, and then go the way of follow the roads, right? To wherever you want, or follow your quest tracker and hover it and say, oh, it's telling me to go there for that ring, right? So then you go there, and now we're at Thrashy's Lodge, and then, oh, look at that. There he is. There's where the quest was, right? And then if you look on the mini-map, you can see the quest is glowing because that's our lodge quest. Click it.
Greetings.
And I could travel and do the prologue quest, which I'm not going to do right now because this is a traveling thing, not a battle video. All right. So those are some ways. Now there's another thing that I have to talk about, guys. Milestones, okay? Milestones. What are milestones? Well, if you look right here, I'm going to bring these over. Whoop. I know it's getting kind of a little bit messy here. I'm gonna move that back to the corner. So these things right here, right? As a hunter, I get abilities. So some of these are just my skills, okay? So you need to know the difference. So hunters and some characters have skills where they just, at a certain level, they get an ability to teleport them and their whole fellowship to a location. That's a hunter thing, right? Most characters don't have that. But all characters get a beginning skill called a milestone. So if you go into your skills real quick and you type in miles or travel skills, miles skills. Okay, so see, your house, when you buy a house in this game, which I have a whole video on the housing system, which you can check out on the guide playlist, they'll give you a travel skill to your house, whether it be a premium house or one of the regular houses you buy, right? And then Guide to Michael Delving, that's a skill that I actually earned. You can earn travel skills to certain main cities by having their respect, and there's a barter guy that will sell you the skill if you have a certain respect and you earn it, and once you earn it, you have it forever. And this skill will teleport you. So, but this one is for your fellowship. This is the hunter one. But you can get one for an individual person. I'm talking that way too as well. But the big one for you all to know is milestone skills. Milestone skills are the ones that when I'm going to use my milestone skill right now to show you. It only teleports yourself. It has an hour cooldown, and you can have multiple ones of them. Now you do need to know one thing. When you use a milestone skill, it puts all your other milestone skills on cooldown. So I highly recommend in the LOTRO store to buy 2 different abilities, and I will show you what they are right now because this is so important for navigation. So we have to show you guys this. Oh well, I don't have my little blocker right now for that. Ooh. So anyway, I teleported. These are what I'm talking. These are what I want to talk about. Let's go back to milestones for just a second. So milestone skills. They are minimum levels on some of them. As you can see, this one's a minimum level 37. But when you right click them, it'll show you all your milestone skills, right? All of them. Well, I only have 1 on this character. Zollin has like 10, right? So you can bind them. So you click bind, and then it will replace the one that you normally have with the one that you're clicking to bind to, right? Correct? All right. So it's really important to know. And then there is a certain thing in the LOTRO store. I'm gonna show you right now. One sec. All right. So this is what I want to show you in the store. Okay. So it is called the I think it's Explore. Nope. I will find it right now. It is account. Map skills. Map trap. Okay, let's do milestone skills. All right, here they are. This is what I want to show you. Okay, you like my little cover there? I did that in programming class. I programmed that little tree and. All right, moving on. Expedient Traveler. So here's where you can buy more milestone skills, right? So you can have a lot. But Hurried Traveler and Expedient Traveler, these two I think are a must-have. If it's your main character and you play him a lot, and he's not a hunter who has all these skills here, so you just buy a bunch of milestones. You have like, let's say 8 milestones, so you can move around the world real easily and real quickly to all the different milestones. That fire thing I just showed you a second ago. This will reduce the cooldown of the travel skill by 25 minutes. This one by 30 minutes, and they stack. Okay, so you get 5-minute cooldown. So instead of this right now, if I hover this is an hour cooldown. It would only be 5 minutes. And the thing is, they're all connected. So if I bought another travel skill, which I'm not going to do on this character, okay, I'm going to do it because I'm going to show you. Okay, so I'm going to purchase another travel skill. All right, boom, I purchased another one. So then you go into your skills, go into your milestone skills. Where's my milestone skill? All right. Where has it put it? Sorry. I don't know, I'm apologizing, but oh, I know why. I haven't bounded anything yet. So I haven't. So I'm gonna walk up to this. Watch what happens when I right click this. I have a new one. See how there's a new one right there? So you can I'm gonna go ahead and just bind it the same one, right? Because I could switch it later. All right, so boom, there it's bound, right? So now again, I can go in there. There it is. Now you can see it both. There's the new one. So again, they're 2 separate skills, but they are the same location. So I'm gonna use my hunter skill to go to Bree, and I'm gonna show you this real quick. But then if I bought those 2 Expedient and the other one, that'll lower them to only 5 minutes, you guys, which is fantastic, okay? It's so good. So again, here we go. This is a good one here in Bree. So this ports me to this side of Bree, but the other side has the milestone. So if you look at your mini map, right here, see down here at the bottom right here, here's one of the milestone skills. So look on the map. So if you want to, I want to be able to come to Bree all the time. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to navigate to the other side of Bree with a swift travel, because they have a nice little bonus, little swift travel. It's a little fashion run across the entire town. And I'll show you how to link those. And then that is really, really important to know, guys. The milestone things are just time-saving wonderfulness for your character. So if you can get more milestone skills, that's fantastic. So anyway, and then there are certain abilities, obviously, like Find the Path, which hunters have to make you move faster. Wardens have a faster moving ability. A couple of other, I think Bjornings do. They have some cool, like, walking around faster. Again, I have them in the same spot, but now look. There, now I have 2 different ones, right? So I have Return to Bree, right? And I have right here, Return to Bree and Return to the Mirkwood location. But see, they're on the same cooldown, they're tied. So if I had those 2 upgrades, they'd only be 5 minutes. So it'd be very easy to fly between places. Again, as a hunter, I don't really need this because I have all of these side ones, right? That are instant cooldown. I travel myself and my whole fellowship. Hunters are the traveling kings. So if you really want to play someone, you don't have to worry about that as much, and you like a ranged DPS, play a hunter. And then of course, this is my personal house. This is my kinship house. And then I also I have my premium house, or one that's also was in my skills, right, that I showed you, and which is this one right here, travel to premium house. So those are the 3 different housing ones you're going to see, right? So you either travel to your premium house, and there's also a premium kin house travel one, and then there's the normal kin house travel one and the regular one, right? And they are all different cooldowns. Those ones are all separate, but it is very nice, and they are also an hour cooldown. I do not know if they are affected by the milestone reduction cooldown things that I showed you in the store. They probably are still an hour. They might be affected by it. I don't know off the top of my head. We can find that out though right now. Let me just tell you real quick. So anyway, I hope this helped you out a little bit. Sorry, I'm doing a little of my own thinking in my head there for the last second. I will show you that one thing right now. We're gonna go back on Zollin. But yes, so it's really important, guys. Navigation, the radar, the map, use the wiki page to find things. Getting lost is a total fair thing that happens in this game. I used to get lost playing this game back in the day when I was a little young dwarf lad, and I learned quickly because I am someone who just is pretty good at, I'm really good at directions. Like, that's just kind of my thing. So, but I understand I have family members who are not, so don't feel bad. It happens. But let's see real quick. Let's hover these abilities. Oh, I take it back. They are affected. You see that right there? See mine? 5-minute cooldown for the house. 5-minute for the kinship. They are affected by the milestone cooldown reductions. So keep that in mind. The premium one is just a 1-minute cooldown anyway, so you don't need to worry about it. And if you look here, I'm kind of in the way. So I'm just going to go away for a second here. Boop. All right. So if you just look here at the bottom right, down here, we have the... So these are my earned ones, all of these. I actually just, my character just has these, it just teleports me. They are all also affected by the cooldown reduction, you guys. So these are all affected, like Return to Thorns Gate, which is actually, this one is from my race. So it says right there, it's a race ability. It's another travel thing. Every race is gonna have a racial ability to travel to one of the main locations. I got Return to Thorns Gate because I'm a dwarf of the Lonely Mountain. And then I earned the Lonely Mountain one. And again, they are all affected by that cooldown thing, those 2 things you buy in the store. So very good. And then you can see right here, these are all milestone skills that I have, right? And this one is travel to the kinship member's house. So again, this is the fancy kinship house, what it looks like. This is the regular premium house, fancy premium kinship house. This is the normal house. This is the travel kinship house. All right, cool. Well, hope that helped you out, my friends. I don't want to go too much longer on this, but that is the best way to navigate Middle-earth, is this radar up here in the top right corner. Use the filters, use the tracker, use these coordinates that are shown right here wherever you're standing, or if you move your mouse around, it changes down there at the bottom, right? The wiki page, where I will link in the description, will help you tremendously find things if you're getting lost. It really does help. Again, I am going to do another video on trying to help you guys to go where to actually... I did a video on a beginner's guide. I'm talking about where to go with maps, but I want to do a beginner's guide for you guys with actually walking, right? With certain episodes I'm going to do. With actually going, okay, this is the area I go next. Here's where I go next. I can't do all of it because it takes so long with questing. But what you can do, another thing, if you need help, guys, you can go and watch my LOTRO Tale series. You don't, it's for enjoyment. So I prefer, if you want, go watch the whole episode, enjoy it. It's for entertainment. But if you want, I am on that character going through where I think is the most efficient ways to level, and I follow the book quest. That's the biggest thing. Probably should have said at the beginning of the video, guys. Follow the book and epic quest. They help you through the game. The prologue and the epic quest, they help you know where to go next, okay? That's a huge one. But again, you could look at my LOTRO Tale, you could skip through and see all the where I pick up quests, turn quests, and where I go. But I'm gonna have some more detailed videos of me riding around too for traveling to help you guys with that too. So anyway, I hope this helps you with navigation of Middle-earth. And please feel free to ask questions in the description. And I can do follow-up videos on other things that you have more details on something you want to know. And subscribe will be there if I earned it and you enjoyed. The next episode will be up there in the top left, and my main content LOTRO Tale will be down there, which you could use for knowing what quests I usually go through, or to just enjoy yourself and get a drink and relax. And thank you so much to my wonderful Patreons for your support, guys. I really appreciate it a lot. And I will see you guys in the next episode of Voice of the Rings.